Cohen says that he called your dad to make sure that he approved of what he was doing and that he would be reimbursed for everything. He required Mr. Trump sign off basically on everything. That's what he repeated throughout the day.
Yeah, isn't that really interesting? Because it kept on getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And Michael Cohen kept on making excuses that he couldn't get the payment. And then he finally comes out in one of the emails and says that, well, I can't get in touch with him.
But did he sign off on everything, your dad?
You know what? I can't get in touch with the president. You know why? Because he's in Iowa and he's campaigning in every swing state and he couldn't get him.
I love that.
I love it.
Laura Ingraham asked a follow-up because she recognized Eric Trump had not answered the question. Does your father sign off on everything? She asked it a second time, and Eric Trump was like, well, you know, he's really busy, and that's why he doesn't answer my calls ever my entire life, is because he's been very busy running for office, so he just couldn't do it there. But
hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
Look, anyway, this is Eric's attempt to sort of stand out, I guess, from Don Jr. as a big defender of his father, and he's gonna do his best. Take a look.
NDAs are completely illegal.
That's the point. I would say
NDAs are done every single day by every single organization. By the way, every organization, including this one, would go down in flames if an NDA was illegal, because every single organization, every single person has NDAs in that world. They're going back to a $130,000 payment that a man made in his individual capacity, that he booked on his personal ledger as a legal expense because it was paid to his longtime attorney. And he gets 34 felonies. Remember, Al Capone got 1 felony. My father gets 34. No. Honestly, I've been there many days because I love my father. He's an incredible guy, and what they're doing to him is just unthinkable, right?
Look, I don't know, Viviana, really fast. I don't know what it's like to be like an Eric Trump and to have all of your father's constant personal and political failings revealed to the nation. To be sitting behind him in court in the blast zone when it comes to gas, as your father is being tried for paying hush money to cover up an affair that he had. Now, look, I don't know if Eric has any affection whatsoever for Melania. I don't know that he necessarily would, but you know what your father did? Like, I appreciate, by the way, him throwing Fox News under the bus and being like, you know, every organization, including this, would go down. If you could not pay people off, it would go down. And by the way, you look up all of what happened with Roger Ailes and all that. Eric Trump is 100% right about how important NDAs have been to Fox News. But we're not talking about regular NDAs. We're talking about covering up affairs. Like, you're acting as if it's like a legal expense just because his lawyer did it. If Michael Cohen had shot someone in the back of the head for Donald Trump, and then he's a lawyer, I guess you can pay him off. No, that's not legal services when you're doing something like this. And again, the nature of the NDA, what it's covering up, seems significant, and it's Eric's job to pretend that doesn't bother him, or maybe it doesn't. Viviana, what do you think?
I think you hit the nail on the head right there, John. I think this family is under the impression that if you get an attorney to do something for you, then it's legal and it's totally fine. I had an attorney do it, so it's not my fault. The attorney did it. And he has probably operated his whole career as a businessman, and of course, in office. We've seen his choice of attorneys, John. We know the kind of people that he picks, and you know, it's just funny to me. My favorite part of that is his comparing his father to Al Capone. I mean, to me, that is just gold. Like, that is who you choose to put him on the same level. And it's kind of true. You know, this guy is skirting under the law. They got Al Capone on like a technicality, you know what I mean? So this guy is hilarious. I love Eric Trump. As a child of multiple siblings, I'm one of 7, John. And I just sympathize with the guy because he really wants his dad's love and attention. And he really wants to come through for the guy, but he doesn't answer one question, and he doesn't obfuscate very well either. Like, he's just, isn't it interesting that I'm just going to talk about the flowers and the bees and the birds now?
Yeah.
So NDAs are a necessary thing, especially in business and whatnot, but they don't protect illegal activity. Where did they read that? NDAs are just you not coming publicly to share, I don't know, the script that you wrote or whatever sort of, you know, deal that's going to happen before it happens. But it's not meant to protect murders, any sort of like, you know, overthrowing the government, you know, hiding campaign funds. It's not meant for that. So the fact that that's the platform that he's choosing to stand on is hilarious to me. And to an attorney, no doubt. I mean, she was an attorney, right? Come on.
Was she really? It's easy to forget. considering all that she's done.
I don't think she is anymore.
And also to do it on Fox News that likes to, again, cosplay as being like populist against the elite. And he's talking about they can just take their huge resources that they have and you don't get to find out what they did. You don't get to find out what individuals did. You don't get to find out what organizations did. If Fox News can do NDAs to cover up the truth of what happened, then CNN and MSNBC can do it. MAGA world, does that not bother you that they have this huge advantage that they get to lie to your face and you don't get to find out about it? And Eric Trump thinks that's awesome, and Laura Ingraham thinks that that's awesome. Does that seem populist to you?